everyone, welcome to my EGP book review. Before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Vivian and I am from Lower 6-7 and also EGP Block 4B. The book that I am reviewing today is I Am Malala, which was written by Malala Yousafzai with Christina Lam. Now before I begin, let me tell you the content of today's video. First, I'm going to briefly talk about the book as well as a quick overview of the contents. Lastly, I am also going to give my personal opinion on the book. So let's get started with the book review. Now, I Am Malala, the girl who stood up for education and was shot by the Taliban, is an autobiographical book by Malala Yousafzai, co-written with Christina Lam. It was published on 8 October 2013 by Weidenfeld and Nicholson in the UK and Little Brown and Company in the US. This book won several awards such as the Non-Fiction Book of the Year at the Specsavers National Book Awards in 2013. However, it has been banned in many schools in Pakistan because the Pakistani education official claims that this book does not show enough respect for Islam and calling her a tool of the West. This book talks about the early life of Yousafzai, her father's ownership of schools and activism, the rise and fall of Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan in Swat Valley, as well as the assassination attempt made against Yousafzai on 9 October 2012. Now let me introduce the heroine of this book. Malala Yousafzai is a Pakistani activist for female education and the 2014 Nobel Peace Prize laureate. She was awarded when she was 17 and became the world's youngest Nobel Prize laureate and the second Pakistani as well as the first Pashtun to ever receive a Nobel Prize. Malala was born on July 17, 1997 in Mingora, the largest city in the beautiful Swat Valley, located in the northwest of Pakistan. She is a member of the largest Pashtun tribe, the Yousafzai, who live by the Pashtunwali code of hospitality and honor. Her birth was celebrated by her father, Ziauddin, which is unusual in a country that doesn't value girls, and he names her after a courageous Afghan heroine, Malala of Maiwan. Malala also introduced her small but loving family, her educated, forward-thinking father Ziauddin, who founded and runs the Kushal School, her beautiful and pious mother Tur Pekai, and her younger brothers Kushal and Atal, with whom she sometimes fights. All of the tragedies started when the Taliban took control of Swat Valley in Pakistan. As a result of 9/11 and America's war on terrorism, mullahs and religious leaders become increasingly powerful in Swat Valley. The Taliban emerged in Swat Valley under Maulana Fazlullah, referred to as Radio Mullah, for his influential radio broadcast that promotes Sharia law and designed to what is haram or forbidden. The Taliban enforces strict rules which include the restriction of women's education. Despite that, Malala continues to go to school. Malala and her father also participate in interviews during which they speak out about the repressive, violent situation in Swat Valley. It was until October 2012 where Malala had to pay a big price. On October 9, 2012, the Taliban stopped Malala's school bus after confirming that the bus belongs to the Kushal school and who Malala is. She and her two schoolmates were shot. She needed numerous operations. However, the army hospital in Pakistan can't offer the care needed for her survival. So Malala is flown to a hospital in Birmingham, England. Her family also joins her there after a long delay. After surviving the shooting, Malala receives an outpouring of support from the international community. But reactions within Pakistan are divided between pride and negative thoughts. The Pakistan government sets Malala's family up for their new life in England. The family still misses their life in Pakistan, and Malala hopes to return someday. When she turned 16, Malala speaks in front of the United Nations advocating for the power of education, which was amazing. Now, Malala Yousafzai is a graduate in philosophy, politics, economics from the University of Oxford, London. She achieved the feat 9 years after the incident. Now, the overview might be a little too hard to digest, so here's a quick summary. Malala has a loving family and is adored by her parents, which is very uncommon in her country. In her culture, boys were considered superior, while girls are of little worth, which is very wrong. When the Taliban took over Swat Valley, everything began to change for everyone. Malala, at the age of 11, started giving out speech about girls' rights and education, which never stopped until today. So the whole book is basically about education for girls and their rights. Before moving on to my personal opinion, here's a map of Pakistan and the location of Swat Valley. Personally, I really like this book. I gave it 5 out of 5. To me, this is an amazing book and made me feel grateful for the things that I have in my life. This book describes how important one's voice is. If we don't raise our voice, it is unlikely that anyone will hear you. I would definitely recommend this book to anyone who has interest in how one person can make a difference. I'm sure everyone will enjoy this book and also learn some life lessons. Lastly, let me end this video with my favorite quote from the book. We live in a world of 7 billion individuals. Each person is different. Each person on earth has something unique to offer to the world. What's your gift? What wonderful things you have to offer. Don't ever doubt for a second the power you have to make a difference. Alright, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed my book review. Thank you.